hold together as a tight-knit unit and you take him down. But this is like I don't love to see. 4 MP9s coming out on the side of Envious. They do love the Mac Daddy strat, and this is obviously their CT version against the Force by of Na'Vi. You do know how deadly these players can be with Deagles. Six is going to have his hands full.
Ooh. Pretty much alone out here as well. We're already starting to watch players come out from Mini and then Happy wrap around from Secret. But what are you going to do with an MP9 at this range?
Exactly my point. You can't take that duel, right? The Deagle sitting on top of Silo, Yard, he has the advantage time and time again. They have head armor, which makes it even more scary.
Bit of a predicament. Had Na'Vi not gone outside, then maybe the scout of Sixers left to its own devices, and there's no worry, no issue. But now, all of a sudden, it's a little more in question. But RPK is going to find a kill, an opening one. The conversion point, Edward going to find spacing outside. Spots the man on the back of the rooftops. XMS and Happy combining for 2 more kills, and there we have it. The MP9s do win those gunfights just by simply catching them off guard. Sixer cleans up the last, and Envious move forward here with 4 players alive at the end of it. Not half bad considering that things look scary from the get-go.
Yeah, it's good that they were able to get on top of that one there in the end. This is the thing. Now we will see the eco come out from Na'Vi. I say that. They drop Simple and AK. Go check out Simple's stats. The guy is an absolute monster. He's reaching godly form this event and showing why he's probably in the top 3 players in the world right now. Let's see what he can get done with that. Maybe where he can find the action.
They're trying to get close. Ooh, it's already started. Simple finds Scream. Now Edward looks to expedite the process. Wanted the gun. And instead he's gone. Happy responds and does get then on top of the hut. So now what does Simple do? He tried to create an opening. Flamey's gonna find one of his own. CZ up close. That's perfectly fine. Simple's still looking to pop heads over towards ramp. It's XMS with the CZ on the other side. He's finding a player with just a pistol. And yet now he charges forward. That's Sixer. If Sixer misses this shot, then Simple could easily spray him down. Simple hears this movement. Starting to give chase as the rest of Na'Vi will trickle behind him. So goes upwards and...
Thank you very much, I guess.
Yeah, that's a
Merry
payday.
Christmas. What? What? That could have been a competitive round. Now the bomb's stuck up ladder. Six is deciding whether he wants to play it or not. Big question here because the T's know that you might just be sitting directly on top of it. He's going to opt to give it up. They do have a good idea of where they have to come to.
XMS is just in no man's land with that CZ in hand. Ooh, another. Right through the brain of Flamey. Now it's on Simple. He gets himself the second frag of the round. Happy gets himself closer to the bomb site. He's going to have to now clutch 1 versus 2. A player above, a player beside. And they combine to find the round for Na'Vi. All starts off with the AK. Nearly looks like they threw it with the bomb being stuck there, but hell, they reel it back in.
Zeus, maybe he did that on purpose. Maybe he gave them that opportunity. Simple is just a god, though. This guy, they're setting him up to be the star, giving him the AK in this scenario, and he gets it done. That's a big 3 kills for him in that round.
That's not the first time he's done that this weekend either.
Oh, you're bang on there, and I think if you have a player who's on form like Simple is, give him as many opportunities to make these plays as possible. And we do have the buy coming out from Envious, and the wall smokes from Na'Vi. Saw them during the EPL regular season when they had seized on the roster, still missing those smokes. But lobby control is going to be taken by that of Envious, and that means that they will have the information. Then the majority of the players from Na'Vi are either on the roof, down Secret, or in the yard.
Very aware that this lobby could be occupied. Sure enough, XMS. He finds Simple with just the CZ. Zeus retrieves the bomb, decides to actually give chase. This could just offer the bomb even deeper.
Does he want to do it twice in a row? Here, guys.
He's thinking about it.
Have the package.
Edward's gotten his way down ladder as well, so they have regained a little bit of lobby presence. They've also actually put players down through vents. So this could now actually lead into an A site split if they don't feel like B is comfortable enough. Bomb could be tasked with either the ramp push or the A explosion. Those are the 2 options.
Be on XMS here.
He walks away. And Sixer comes in with that op. Molotov will definitely block him off, and if they don't walk past this angle, then he's not going to find any kind of an opening unless Edward switches guns. Flamey's there to trade. Flamey continues on with another kill, but that's now the 1v3 by Electronic. Tasked and unfolding already as he's found one kill, spots the second, but it is Happy through vents to find it, and that's Envious straight back.
Bit of cat and mouse in lobby there, but I think that's a good play by the side of Envious. They really just took lobby control when they saw all the utility being used on Yard. They're able to get a lot of information, find that opening kill. It got messy towards the end there. But, Na'Vi, they don't want to give this up. They want to have this back and forth of the money situation, and why not? This time they haven't actually opted to give Simple an AK-47. He's on that UMP, but I'm sure he can make it happen with anything.
Well, smoke comes out while the Molotov goes past. That's not going to get them any kind of vision. They're guessing as to how many players have actually crossed when in fact it's 3. Fourth man lingers out Yard, and here comes Electronic. There goes the bomb. Already through decon, closer to the site where they find another player just standing in the open. He's going to be pinned in as the man wraps around from control, so XMS needs to bail himself out. They touch face to face as Flamey creates a little bit more space into the 5 versus 3. Simple with another one, and this is just falling apart at the seams. Only Sixer left over. And while he dispatches of Electronic, it's the push through smoke that could catch him. No. He stops that one too. 12 HP is just not enough as Zeus wraps round, and Na'Vi with a round back of their own here, Sponge. It's the Force Wars.
Yeah, Happy, he got caught off guard by, I think, the pace of Na'Vi there. They got that wall smoke out. The Molotov came in, you were bang on, it was way too deep, didn't slow that push down at all, and they just charged down. Happy in limbo, trying to get into a better position to stop the bleeding. Instead, opens that wound, and the lower bomb site was open. And then there was another player in the, I think it was XMS, who had rotated down from ramp. He was also caught in out of position. So see how Na'Vi can deal with this anti-eco situation. That's what they're just posting up, using their nades early, stop any aggression. Bit of a pistol buy coming out from the likes of Envious. They have been deadly with it thus far. CZs on a map like this, they're always scary, right? Because we have so many close quarter combat duels at your disposal if you play the situations correctly. And it's always a weird one, I find, as the tease, you know, which is your best option for going the anti-eco route. Because if you do a top hit, you use your Molotovs, it's still messy. You're running out into a plethora of different crossfires. If you go ramps, there's a contact play, someone with a deagle can light you up for days. He's a bit trigger happy right now. Does look like ramp is going to be point of contact.
XMS reels himself downwards. We've seen ramp being given up quite frequently so far. Makes sense considering he's just on the sidearm, but for now, the only kill belongs to Edward. XMS is just toying with the idea of going for the repeak. Sixer's actually going to go for the flank. He finds the backside of Edward, but here comes Flamey to trade it back. XMS with one of his own, and Scream in the meantime found another. It's a 3 versus 1 now, as Flamey, all alone in lobby, doesn't have the bomb, doesn't have teammates, and doesn't have much time. Nor does he have a head. XMS and Envy stopping it with just the pistols.
Yeah, we're talking about how difficult it can be, and they show exactly why. Obviously, the approach from Na'Vi there, the utility usage, not clearing the corners, probably an XMS coming up big. It's not so easy to deal with. But I think, you know, there's so many different options for an anti-eco on a map like this, and Na'Vi's still new to this map, new to their pool. Here we go, the Force buy once again, the Force Wars, you're spot on. Simple on the AK this time. Edward's got one of his own. I guess if you can get control of this economy early as Na'Vi, you're going to be able to post up more rounds on the T side than we would be expecting. The depth of their strategies is something we haven't learned, or something we haven't got to see with them playing this for the first time in this tournament.
Grenade send Happy over towards Secret. That's his own smoke grenade here, trying to play with. Very unsuspecting position. Could creep his way through if necessary, and Electronic doesn't have much to hold him off, right? Only that CZ.
Looks like it's probably going to be a top explosion, right? With Electronic kind of flanking through Mini or Annex late. And as I say that, they head towards ramp. Into XMS.
XMS has still only ever had a CZ or MP9 in this game. Nothing larger than that. So he'll be tasked to hold this off now. Zeus has already crossed past Sixers line of sight, which is in question as he's wary of some kind of outer flank. Again, Electronic is still over there. 40 seconds now. They're going to have to stampede their way forward, and there is, of course, XMS just tucked away to the right side. He goes for the peek, and that costs him. Edward stops him. Scream at a distance, finding one. Sixer and Happy chiming in, and that's 3. It is Simple and Electronic, the could-be stars of this roster, to figure out a way back in. Electronic spots Happy, pops him right away. Now Simple's gonna have to get the bomb onto the site. He jumps downwards, and Electronic's gonna try to cover best he can. Planted safely by Decon Door, and Electronic gets this done. They have managed to get themselves into the 2v1 now. Sixers from above, creeping his way past. He spots the man just beneath him, takes it, and now with an AWP and a P250 needs to find the last. But it's a wraparound from Electronic. So smart. On the opposite side of the bomb site as to where he was last seen. Ring around the Rosie. And Sixer, at a loss for words, has no clue what to do, so he just walks away from this. AWP into the next one, Na'Vi back, and the trend continues. 6 consecutive rounds being exchanged here, blow for blow.
A wild goose chase there for Sixer in the end, but not his fault. Getting left in a 1-on-2 situation, did the best he could, and was able to hold on to that AWP. But this is the power couple. This is what they could be possible. Simple cracking it open with that entry, and then fantastic cover here by Electronic. That's a good position he used. He was able to see a lot of the areas that Simple may have gone down from, and then quickly trade or pivot out to make those frags. But once again, the force buy comes in.
Only 2 primaries this time.
No one's got full control of the economy yet, but did see Sixer. Yeah, here we go. Sixer super aggressive in lobby. This is dangerous.
Just waiting for exactly that.
That's the impact we want, you know, the AWPers to have. Not everyone can be a flary star AWPer, but when you only have 2 saved guns, you can go for a play like that and get an early pick. It's very important to be able to have that in your arsenal, have that weapon up your sleeve, and for him to get this kill early, give it a 4v5 advantage. We still have the economy in no one's hands. No one's really taken a full grasp of it. Very important frag from Sixer there. Good to see him coming to life.
He will then move himself towards the outer garage. Simple making a bit of a ruckus from vents. Electronic just gets flicked on. Sixer with a hell of a shot. And a second frag into the round. That's going to force the hands of Na'Vi towards ramp, where XMS lies in wait. Instant dink in a second. He gets the kill, in fact, and Sixer finds his 3rd. Simple, with the only 2 kills for Na'Vi in this round, now tasked with a clutch 1v3. And unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the health to do it. We know he's got the aim, but nor does he have time to really play around with this. Man, do you just call it quits?
May as well go for it, right? The economy is still in tatters for both teams. If any kill that he gets is going to make life very difficult for Envious going into the next. With 10 seconds left on the board, no one showing themselves. He might do exactly that. Hold on to fight another day. Has that a little bit of utility as well. Could come in very handy next round. You can see here as lovely observers bring up the scoreboard for everyone at home. Not a lot of money for Na'Vi. He almost finds a frag there. Running with the knife out. That's it's not the way you want to be ending a round, that's for sure. A tactical pause coming out from Na'Vi here. The thing is, they're on the T side of Nuke, and they've already managed to get themselves 3 rounds, right? This is pretty good. They haven't actually had to use a lot of strategy. We've seen the wall smokes come out, get that under control. That 2-on-4 scenario from Simple and Electronic was nice to see. If they want to just take the pause, they want to right the ship, go into something, you know, a little bit more strat heavy, see if they can have any luck there, or just keep contesting, keep fighting, keep going for it, because they can, you know, they can get another buy going. P250s, head armor, opt for Deagles. Electronic's got enough money if he wants to grab a UMP or something. It looks like they're just going for the pistol upgrade without any armor invested behind. Nope, all right, they prove me wrong again.
Yeah. We have seen rounds with this exact situation. Simple on a single AK, the rest of the team having the grenades to support it. By no stretch of the imagination is this out of the realm of possibility. Fast play around from Mini. Edward with the CZ finds Scream. Man above is RPK, but He2 now down. gun could have trickled into the hands of the T side as they nearly find their after plant. 2 versus 2, then just mowed away. 4 consecutive frags between XMS and Sixer. Beautiful stuff.
That was a quick round. That was over before we even saw it get started. I don't know about little celebration doing the fingers. But Sixer and XMS, they're stepping up here. They're both having a good game thus far. Sixer setting on 14 frags, XMS on 10. Scream on 5, Happy on 5, and RPK down the bottom there on 4. Now we're finally going to see an eco coming out. Because of the loss bonus that they'll have going into next round, they're still able to invest into the CZs. A little bit of Kevlar. We will see a gun round, a full gun round coming out next round. It's a very difficult shot to hit. Sixer at least gets the information. Gonna rattle a few off through the smoke. 3, 4, 5 members of Na'Vi are gonna make their way down secret as a unit, and those CZs, sorry, not 5. We got Zeus here at ramp. Minimap's not my mate.
Screams inside the vent, so he hears all of this movement. Zeus down already. It's just that single-pronged assault, but there's Scream also killed. Simply Electronic finding some footing here. Happy. Oh, he tries to spam the smoke, which he could have done from above. But instead, he falls into the lying hands of Electronic, who's got himself not only the single M4, because there's 2. Simple with another. And there's only 2 CTs left to deal with. Make that 1. Na'Vi have done it. Oh my goodness.
I just don't understand how they're getting caught off time and time again by the pace of Na'Vi taking secret. Like, they're running full pelt, right? As soon as they get down, they're just committing to that bomb site and getting in. And Happy there, that's a massive blunder, a massive oversight not to expect anybody to be deeper into the bomb site like he was. And RPK as well, you know, he swung, he took a duel. Scream coming out of the vent. Felt like he didn't expect anyone to already be on the site. I don't know what's going on there. They need to really be expecting these Na'Vi players to have taken a bit more territory than they have. But once again, Simple and Electronic with a lot of impact. And now, Envious has the money in the bin. They're gonna have to go for pistol upgrade. No, oh, come on, guys! This is just so back and forth. They're so indecisive out of spawn, right? They're buying it as they're leaving. You see the armor upgrades coming in. I guess they want to be competitive. They want to take the fight to Na'Vi as well, but it seems like a losing battle at this point for both teams. These rounds are being pulled out of the hat time and time again.
XMS can pull a Simple. We'll have a distraction coming in from Secret shortly if the Molotov hadn't blocked it off, but he now sees the players just through the grating. Finds the one on top of Red Box, but then Electronic bangs him back. Happy comes peeking outwards, and the CZ at that distance not gonna get much done. Scream on the Deagle, finding the first kill, damaging the second. He's now upgraded to the M4 though, so this round's still winnable from him. It's gonna take a couple of rounds. He flicks down. Zeus cannot finish his frag. And with the bomb plant in, it is Edward versus Scream. Frag grenade sailing into the distance, but in fact, it's the man up close. Edward just gonna keep his M4 out. Scream trying to find the angle, peppering shots, nearly finds it, but Edward crouches beneath, and Na'Vi with another round to the board. The force buy from Envious nearly pans out.
Jeez.
In a round that I was very willing to write them off in.
Very tight once again. Now it seems like the guys from Na'Vi have built up a bit of a bank, right? There's a bit of money across the board. Simple, Edward, Electronic, they all have enough. They have to drop some guns. And the investment, spread the wealth, spread the love. And finally, a round that should be considered an eco, I suppose, in the current climate of Counter-Strike. We'll call this one an eco. A couple of pistol upgrades. You can't rule them out, can you? We've seen it time again. We've seen XMS be very effective with the CZ at ramp. We've seen him now push up with the Deagle and RPK once he gets something done.
He's denied. Flamey finds the first footing. You can see Na'Vi very cautious, in fact, of these kinds of ambitious plays, these kinds of one-offs. The peaks, the prize, the attempts, like that. Sixer finding Edward. Now, Simple's got to be cautious. You can see him frantically checking all these positions, very wary that CTs could just emerge from any position, and Happy with a drive-by. Takes it into the 3 versus 3. There's no way they win this, right?
Wait, the question mark, it's always there, and anything's possible in Counter-Strike, as we do have a flank coming in from XMS. They know something's up, though. Just posturing, waiting for the CTs to make a mistake. Zeus is looking that direction, but XMS is going to get a shot off. Pedal backwards.
Zeus has to be careful. He's got XMS pinned into the corner. Will finish the frag, but in the meantime, Scream finds Electronic. One by one, they fall. They have 20 seconds left. The bomb's in the open. There's a CT standing behind the vent, so Scream could easily section this off. He's going to hear the footing as well, so he's ready. And he's ready and capable. Happy. With another frag and Envious back on the board. What are we watching? What is this?
A slugfest, a very back and forth game of Counter-Strike here where pistols prevail. And individual brilliance is shining through as there are some lovely shots being hit left, right, and center. Eagle play from Scream there, very on point to close out that round. Na'Vi again. This is the thing, the buy is so difficult for them to get into place that players are still at spawn. It's freeze time's ended. Just exactly like what Envious were doing in the previous round, right? No one can really get on top of this situation. No one can post a couple of rounds together and put us on back on a normal track. I don't think we're going to get there. We're already 12 rounds deep.
All right.
In right now.
Normal's overrated. This is more exciting so far. Playing it with a little bit of a slower tempo. They creep their way outside. Sixer would love for somebody to just come across his line of sight. He's got his teammate in secret as well that could come over the tip of the stairs. Scream with an AK as well. Off of that flashbang, he's definitely going to peek and peek right into the crosshair of Simple. Sixer looks to reposition, but there's already a player in garage. He's got to be cautious.
I like the aggression here. He knows he needs to get involved, make a play. He had been spotted. And he's going to hear some sound cues as a couple of the members from Na'Vi do make their way down secret. But Flamey is in a position to punish.
One CT down vent. Sixer still wrapping around. Could very easily be caught by Flamey. And we have it. Now all of a sudden, Na'Vi, if they wanted to, they could actually burst it back to A, but they will commit an RPK. He stops 2. Simple maintains a man advantage. XMS tries to get into the gunfight. Happy's on the flank, then denied. So XMS to clutch this out, and he's actually crept his way above. He sees Simple. Simple doesn't see him. Takes the first one, takes the second, and it is just Edward. As he upgrades to the AK, a single shot to the face could drop either of these players. It's gonna be the duel towards Decon. He continues in behind him. Edward completely caught off guard. And XMS with a 3K clutch, a 10-second defuse, and an 8th round for Envy.
Huge there from XMS to be able to pull that one off. Showed poise there, showed a bit of trigger discipline. Eventually popped Simple off, jumped in the vent. Second kill is the big one here. Obviously a heads-up duel. Flamey was ready and raring. He did know at that point it was coming. And then, just the patience to be able to, run the clock down with no kit, knowing he's against the timer. Find that kill on Edward, get that defuse, and the force bow once more from Na'Vi coming out. Galil in the hands of Edward. Everyone's scrapping it together. Got SMG even in Simple's hands. It's getting messy. It's a fight. It's a brawl. Like a top play is coming in as smokes and nades ring out to force rotations of the Envious players. The Snacks-esque play works for Zeus as he gets down the vent unscathed. Maybe even potentially undetected, but Scream's on the scene.
And they know that this presence could be on the site, but I don't think they realize how close Zeus already is. Electronic's gonna try to get himself closer to door. Scream will now play above. Reminiscent of the opening that XMS found just in that most previous round. Scream's gonna get spotted. Distracted him effectively, allowing for Edward to find one. Flamey then takes the next. XMS from vent now down, and it's only RPK with a single kill. Again, Na'Vi have somehow found footing in a round they had no business winning, but can they close this out? It is just Sixer. He's got full health to work with, 3 Ts to find, and a couple more grenades to throw before he gets this rolling. Peek comes in, he's spotted. Tagged up slightly.
Nades waffled off as well, so any hope he had is quickly dwindling.
Hits the first shot, though. P250 into the side. He lands on his head. And Edward shoots upwards. Seals the deal. Na'Vi with another round.
The big question mark here is how they're mitigating that under control, right? They're giving it up. They're letting them have secret. They're getting down the van. And then when they rotate in, they're just kind of hoping that Na'Vi don't pick as a unit. And they're doing it every single time. As soon as the guy picked from window, squeaky door open, which allows a player to push out. And they're not actually just spotting for one choke point. They're open to so many. And this has been a really big issue so far for MVS in this half. They've lost so many pivotal rounds. So many, you know, pistol mixed buys because they haven't actually been able to deal with that. They've had no one on the scene to stop them from getting down secret. And this is not going to be a good start for this round as Zeus is going to open up onto XMS towards ramp, getting a little bit curious.
Just flashbangs and smokes left for Mendy. Happy would love to find a deagle kill here, but Na'Vi are already putting rounds down range. Gonna have a little bit of support coming over. Flamey's still tasked to watch flank. The bomb carrier as well nearby, so the only person not really in lobby or slash ramp would have been Edward, and he's been playing the top of silo for quite some time now. Seeing that there is, of course, some openings outdoors. A little bit of utility indicates the lobby presence. It's during this time that Edward actually starts working his way past the red box. In fact, Na'Vi, they just go charging downwards, and